Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It's time for In the Gray Monday. How can parents help relieve some of the weight that teenagers carry with dating? When it comes to dating and relationships, I think the whole system that's in place right now sets people up for failure.
In your name I come alive to declare your victory. The resurrected King is resurrecting me.
I think that the American dating system teaches people and trains people how to break up, not how to stay together. Because basically the way we teach dating is that you go spend time with this person until what appears like a better option presents itself, and then you upgrade to the next person. And when someone does that enough times, they get enough calluses on their heart that it just simply begins to be much easier to say goodbye than it is to say, hey, let's work through this. And the stick-to-itiveness in marriage is, hey, let's work through this. Let's do the hard work. Let's dig in and let's make sure we make it through the hard times. And when we make it through the hard times, we build that testimony and we show our children the way to do it. So I think the whole American dating system is broken. I think that we teach kids to go out and date and do all of these things when that's not what we should do. We should teach more of a courtship process where we truly allow our children to get to know people. Another thing is that, let's just take, your average middle school, early high school age student, which is where dating or boyfriend, girlfriend normally starts. And you put them in a situation that is a very difficult emotional situation, a lot of emotional pressure when someone asks them out or asks them to be girlfriend or boyfriend, that they're not equipped to make the right decision. When I say they're not equipped, they don't have the life experience and they don't even understand who they are yet. You can't be in a relationship. You can't be in a relationship with someone if you don't know who you are, because relationship is blending of identity. And if you don't know who you are yet, you can't really have an effective relationship. So when we look at that, the way that we as parents can be involved in that is we can take that yes-no pressure, especially off of our daughters. You can take that pressure off simply by saying, hey, you know what? This is the way we're going to do it in our house. If someone wants to ask you out, they need to call me as father or mother, and they need to ask permission to date you. And then I will have a private conversation with you. And if you don't want to date them, I will then call that person back and say, no, I don't think it's a good idea for you guys to date. Or if yes, I would like to date that person, then you call that person back and you set the parameters on that relationship. You set the parameters on dating. Okay, well, this is what's going to happen. You're going to come over and have dinner with us. You're going to get here at 7. You're going to leave at 8:30. And you can set those parameters to maintain that heart integrity, that heart purity. We've missed it because, and listen, I know I could preach on this for hours and hours and hours, and I'm not going to. One of the things that we've always taught for a long time in the church, we've taught physical purity, sexual purity, but we haven't taught emotional purity. But when we attach our hearts to someone through these relationships growing up, and we break up, a little piece of our heart goes with that person. So we need to understand that teaching our children emotional purity is important also. So just again, being involved in the parenting process is how we take pressure off of our children.
By his